Olamide and Wizkid, are they really going to have their concerts on the same day? That is a very dividing situation. Like, okay, for instance, if I was a fan of Olamide and Wizkid at the same time, how do I attend both shows?
Like, truth is, you can't love both.
What do you
both of them? Yes, now
they are different people. They do different genres of music, so I can love both of them.
Let me tell you now. Olamide does this indigenous rap. And most Olamide's fans are mostly Yorubas, like 90% of Yorubas.
Fans are
No, really.
So
Let me tell you now, chill. And another thing I see about Olix is that Pepsi is organizing it. I think they have 3 shows back to back. So more or less, he didn't decide the date. They just did the same way they did for Wizkid and Davido. They did that billion concert last year.
But they were together now.
That's what I'm saying. Now they organized everything together. I think there are 2 shows before this one. So I don't know how it clashed.
But this one seems like it's some sort of competition.
No, it's not.
Which one's the date first?
I don't know, but I saw
Wizkid first.
I think Wizkid first. Then Pepsi dropped theirs yesterday when I was going through Instagram. So it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the fact that both guys are good. It doesn't affect anything.
It changed the fact that if somebody is a fan of both of them, the person will have to choose one.
If it is me, I will not go at all. I'll just stay at home.
Why?
Yeah.
So how would they make money?
Why would they make money?
Because if you stay at home, they will not make money now.
Let me tell you. I don't see anything serious in this year. These guys are Nigerian artists. They are good, and the only people I will blame is their PR and their team. Do you know why I said so?
Okay.
Now, you know, Wizkid's show is for that date. So why then do you allow these people to set your same venue?
That's the big question.
Don't you think it's kind of payback?
That's the big question.
Because the last collaboration,
that is what I
was
wanted to say right now.
Are you guys sure?
Yes.
Are you sure that Wizkid was in the country?
I think there is a big.
No, wait now. How are you guys sure that Wizkid was in the country?
Let's
remember. When Olamide dropped this video, I don't think Wizkid was around.
Kana.
Yes, I don't think
when he played the Drake on
Wizkid wasn't around. Do you know that time Wizkid traveled? Chill now. Wizkid traveled.
See, don't just.
So that time they did this Nigerian jersey photo shoot, and I think he was trying to do market research for his Starboy jersey. So I don't think it was in Nigeria. Probably. The song was
but that was not the first time. But that was not the first time he did something like that to Olamide. Can you
Which
remember?
other song?
And now got even confirmed there was one song that he was supposed to collaborate with Olamide. He's still building that one.
The way media is right now, anything can happen. Anywhere you are, you can shoot your movie.
Wizkid for shoot the video. That's what you guys say.
Exactly.
What if you say Olamide not agree?
No.
Because he wanted to say that feeling.
And there are some people that cannot just give excuse.
Sure.
Wizkid and Olamide, they are paddy. There are some people you cannot give excuse. You just must squeeze out time.
But you know Wizkid and Olamide, they are not that close. The only person that cannot give Olamide excuse is Fino.
No.
If Fino they sick bed, they'll shoot video for that hospital. That's how close they are.
Olamide and Wizkid are very close.
They are not close.
They're not close. No,
they are not close.
Okay, let's say that Wizkid and Olamide are both international artists. Like they are making waves in the country, and it may not occur to us right now that Wizkid and Olamide are creating a controversy, just like he did with Fever. That he wants us to jump on and create, large audience for this his.
I don't think so.
No, aside that, you see what happened with his concert that he headlined himself last year at Echo Hotel, even though he came late and every other controversy. But Wizkid brought Davido onto the stage, and he created a platform for him to stand on in 2018. You get? He became, the guy is very intentional about everything he does. The issue, he did Omotoshan with Olamide in 2008. The music shot both of them into, shot Olamide into limelight better. And if you go to if you go to YouTube and view their videos, aside the fact that Wizkid is unarguably one of Africa's biggest Afropop star, and they are hosting a show in the same hall on the same day in December. They are creating a controversy. This is in October.
Sort of
there might be time. There might be time in 2000. There might be time in November, and they will give you a new change of dates. Already, they have put people like us on the stand to talk about them, to create awareness
so
for what they're about to do.
Intended
I don't think so.
It might be.
I don't think so.
If it's like that
This
is
is
a
a payback.
division.
It's not a paper.
Do you know, can you guys remember
We had
Olamide-
issues in 2008.
Relax, Olamide's birthday. Do you know Wizkid didn't wish him happy birthday on any of his social media platforms?
Wizkid has been known to be like
I
that.
know. No, not
no,
everyone.
no.
He
He
has been
was
like that.
on Tiwa's birthday, it's like he was worshiping a
Do
queen.
you realize that? Do you
So on and
realize
so
that
forth.
possibly almost all brands that have signed this also have Davido, Guinness, Pepsi. They also have Davido on the sorry, not Davido. I'm sorry, Olamide on the same platform
Yes,
with them. You get. So the thing is that some of these people have a hate-love relationship that moves their craft forward. We always have to talk about it. There was a time, if I'm to make reference, when Genevieve and Omotola's issue was the talk of town. It was bringing them, it was creating fans for them. And at some point, we saw them attending the same birthday and being all huggy. There was a time Davido and Wizkid had the same issues. They were like, they were never going to make the same music. They were even putting out, stuffs like on Twitter that sounded like, hate comments to each other. And then, boom, they were on stage together. These people are always very intentional about everything they do.
Well, you don't. I can't attach it.
But
This is a concert.
This is a concert.
Exactly.
This is a concert.
It's their money.
When they make money, you want to sell that ticket. You're telling me.
My point
You're
I'm
telling me
making
it's a
is that
strategy.
my point I'm making is that right now I'm waiting to hear.
Some of them
it
are
has been
changing.
changed.
They will not change them.
I'm waiting to
Who
hear
will come
that.
down? Who will lift the
For
who?
I'm waiting to hear that
what?
now. Another controversy here is this: when Wizkid and Olamide is hosting a show.
Okay.
No, this is an opinion something. I'm going to go for Wizkid's show, and Olamide is an indigenous rapper, and his fan base. Like if you last year Olik, he did at stadium.
Yeah.
You get a lot of people had problems. They had issues with if I go there now, all those street boys will pocket you.
Like,
this one,
let me-
but security and everything was there.
Let
And
me correct something. Let me correct something here.
What I'm going to now is that there are, let's say we have 191 million people in Nigeria, and there are thousands of people in Lagos. You get the issue now is
the majority of people.
this show that is being hosted in the same place. Remember, it's the same venue.
Yes,
there's a possibility.
Blah blah blah.
Good, it's the same venue. The issue is whose concert is going to be much more.
Okay, let me tell you something now. Look at what with you now.
As humans, we're going to have to judge it based on
Can
fan
I say
base.
something?
Yes.
Pick one, fan base, which is one. Two, Wizkid has been known to attend his shows very late. He's a late comer.
Let me tell you something.
Olamide has street credibility.
Exactly.
You get?
So it's gonna probably
And his street credibility is like most of his fans are on the mainland. He has fans on the
I
island.
know this is Lagos.
Yeah,
I
this
know.
is
Let me tell you guys something.
Lagos.
Let me tell you guys something now. I want you to understand that Olamide just did something different from every other person. He signed 3 artists in less than 24 hours. Now, people want to hear these guys.
Yes.
These guys have
They are all
talent.
attending this
These guys are raw. I won't be surprised I will drop an album on that day.
That
They
was
already
why I
dropping
said-
it.
So
that's
you
why I
understand?
said you have to
So
judge the fan
he's
base.
trying to shoot these guys into limelight using Olik
Yeah,
as a
most
platform.
definitely.
Yes.
So now Wizkid has messed up this year from the
Most
baby mama
definitely.
issue.
From the beginning.
From the baby mama issue
So you have to judge
the
from
everything,
fan base,
dropping fever and
ability to
dropping
hold
fever and
the-
master group. I know
okay.
people didn't talk about the songs and all that. People like we don't know what he wants.
Olamide would have done something against this concert happening on the same day if he wanted to.
Yes, now.
But he allowed it.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
He knows
And
what
it
he's
turns out to
doing.
be that it's the
This
same
is-
brand.
I want to ask a question. Have you ever seen Olamide say Starboy or anything?
No,
So
nah.
Olamide has his kingdom and he's ruling very well.
Exactly.
His subjects are loyal to him. Do you understand? Olamide can drop 5 songs in a week.
One day.
3 go blow.
That's
Do you understand? So
He wants to
everybody,
show us
they are
that-
ready to download songs from Olamide. They are there for him 247. He has helped guys. We can talk about Lil Kesh, talk about Victor. Look at Adekunle Gold.
Yes, most definitely.
Now look at Wizkid. Wizkid signed so
After
many
the
artists.
soccer, we didn't hear
We didn't hear anything.
No, nothing again.
Yeah,
And
it's so-
it's not lyric and lighter.
So that is why Olamide is trying to show us that man,
Olamide-
I can
He's
do
on the
this.
street.
Olamide wants to prove a
With
point.
all-
Yes, now.
So
And I
just
said-
like you
You guys are
said,
getting the
back.
point.
just
Way
like you
back
said, everything they do is like is intentional.
They're very intentional
So
about
whatever
it.
about
That
it,
is it.
Olamide don't pour water inside his stew.
If he didn't want it, Olamide would have done
What
something.
Olamide don't pour water inside his stew. The stew not sweet again. Then I thought the stew never even done. So never reached 3 days. You know, pour water inside. Because everybody's talking about olive now, and Pepsi can't help them. Do you see the people that headline the first 2 shows? Mad.
Yeah.
Obviously, Fino will be there.
So
who will Wizkid call?
Exactly. So let's even talk about the artists.
And it's easier for let me to call the video.
Let's talk about the artists.
Why not go?
Let's talk about the artists. So if 80% of the artists are going to attend Olamide's show, which of the artists will attend Wizkid's show?
They will watch from their hotel room.
Tiwa will be in Wizkid's show.
You know one thing about Wizkid. You know one thing about Wizkid. Last year when he did Wizkid in live concerts, he headlined his own show. He promoted just himself as the only artist. You get, he has the ability to stand as a personal brand, and nothing is going to shake.
Not in Nigeria now. O2 Arena.
I'm just saying. No, wait. O2 Arena, yes. Wizkid, let's not make a mistake. Aside from 2018, with him just being business and not really doing good music, Wizkid made his mark years ago. From Holla at Your Boy and all of those ones in Nigeria, he got himself standing, and then he has gone international and everything.
If Olamide wants to make this thing worse, you bring down his gate fee.
500 naira.
Of course.
500 naira.
We will do that. We will do that.
All the time.
See what about Olamide?
That guy has market strategy.
There's one thing I've noticed about Olamide. Olamide is doing music for his people. He's not money conscious.
Yes.
He's not money conscious.
Olamide is a spirit man. He's doing music for his people. Even though Wizkid understands music, but because he went international, I think he lost a little part of his roots. Yeah. An understanding of what the Nigerian culture
is. In life,
very true.
You cannot do without relationship.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Once you are not in good terms with some people, you are fucked.
And this is his new character of billing on shows.
Don't joke with relationships.
International shows.
Have you seen some of America's or whatever biggest stars, the biggest stars they have? No, not even showing up. That started messing up at some point. At some point, people like Nicolas Cage, he filed a bankruptcy, and you can go from having something to having
nothing.
And then you come in a country like Nigeria, when if you mess up, Nigerians will leave you. You cannot compare the prominence of Wizkid to that of Olamide. But because Olamide has remained intentional and has carried his people along and the street credibility along, you see that he's going to last more in the industry. Wizkid is going to have to, perch on a legendary attitude. Like, I don't already.
It's failing him already.
You get? He's
Wizkid
perching on it. You can't tell him to come down from something.
The truth is that the Wizkid of back then, the way people worshipped him, it has really dropped.
No, it really dropped.
It has dropped.
Because do you know why? Because he plays with relationship. You see Wizkid. Now, looking at soccer, all those boys dropped punchlines.
Yeah.
We didn't hear anything about them.
Why did you promote those guys?
You see, for this show, I think Olamide will draw more crowd.
Yeah. And for this show, I'm going to go on the part of anthropology, the dynamicness of human beings. I just get into the hall and I see that Wizkid's show is sold out more than Olamide's show. I'm just saying that I'm going to base my own on. Let me just be very honest right now. A Wizkid and an Olamide show. I think to myself that I love Wizkid. There is this love that you have that is embedded in your heart for a person, no matter how much the person messes up, just like my Ronaldo, and your Messi. You wouldn't want to, bail on them. I wouldn't want to bail on Manchester United no matter what. But right now, if I have the means to buy the 2 tickets, I'd like to go and see that rap god, those guys. I want to see them actually show why they were signed and show us that Nigerians, you guys should stand behind us. We can do well. But I also want to see Wizkid. It's like
that's what I'm saying. You're divided now. You're actually divided. That's what I'm saying. I said this situation
if I can,
is going to cause some sort of division among
if I can, but considering the
artist friends. You come my show. You go
now. Do you know where she's going? Let me tell you because Wizkid will call techno.
You don't call me.
It's going to drive
you guys are underestimating our Nigerian artists. You have forgotten the ability for them to be able to multitask.
I get that. But forget it. This will show where loyalties lie. This will show.
Do you know what? Let me tell you now. See, from musical aspect, I'm trying to tell you now what many artists would do. Like you call techno. Techno says, Baba, I won't be in the country. You do.
You will see video.
To bring a device.
You will see video.
But I'll see the video that will unveil whatever happened on that very day.
So that's what's going on.
I think to me, let's just be honest. These two things they are trying to create, because I think there is a problem between these two. Because they would have done something to drop this controversy that is gonna arise right now. Because trust me, guys, there will be a controversy.
And a 2018 video,
exactly,
where Wizkid was conspicuously.
So I think for me, I think these two shows that were.
Wizkid wanted to be in Ghana video. He would have shot his own pass.
I said it.
You can shoot your own pass for national artists and send your own
no
pass.
excuse.
Olamide can do all it. I will not invite anybody. That place go full.
And he will shut it down.
Hey now.
I think there is a.
So what I feel here now is that Olamide does not care if Wizkid has a show or not.
Yeah.
Olamide is ready to push because for Olamide to bring money to sue Larry. If we take that risk now, can Wizkid do it?
12,000 capacity.
So what are you not saying?
10,000 inside the stadium and 2,000 out.
Not be let you. Not be let you. Sue Larry.
Lagos State government released all kinds of security for them and 3 Black Marias.
Yes, now
misbehave. They throw you inside.
Just throw you
immediately. So what I would say is Olamide, good to go.
So I think this concert is just survival.
Olamide's concert is already sold out.
If we are going to
so now they want to show us who the real deal is.
If we are going to judge,
people follow Olamide because of his kind heart.
Yeah. And what he has done for this society.
I like
yes. Did you see what happened to these boys that he signed?
Somebody has 7,000 followers. No. Why?
I asked all of them. If
I
want to go for any show now, I love Wizkid,
let's
but
not say too much.
Olamide.
Wizkid's fans could actually still surprise us.
Wizkid had too many negative things tied to him this year, so that's just it.
I am not saying that Wizkid is not going to. You see, Olamide must.
But Olamide was shut down.
I know that.
Lagos State, Olamide.
Who might expect Wizkid?
Wait, you see governors there now.
No, but seriously, Olamide
and Lagos State begin.
I understand.
Don't try. I'm not telling you.
We're not going to be making.
No, be wrong. I'm telling you.
Wizkid is still there. It's still Lagos State.
Lagos, you don't understand what I mean.
Olamide's concert is already sold out.
No, sold out already. We know that, but we're saying.
So this show now, this concert belongs to Olamide. Whatever anybody wants to say, this is Olamide.
Olamide's.
Logically speaking, from the facts that we've gotten from 2018, their dominance in 2018, their ability to maintain the standard that they have actually given to us. Wizkid has given us the Americana,
minus 0.1%.
And Olamide has maintained the scale. Olamide too
is dropping music. Olamide is dropping. What is it? Do you understand? The guy is
there. Year we won last year. Everywhere we won.
About the dance step. And he's trying to introduce another new dance step.
Yeah, the one you.
Yeah.
He signed 3 artists in 24 hours. They dropped a single in less than 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
What are we saying now?
He pushes his stars.
And now
it's fair.
So what I guess
going around.
So for me, I'd say that if we're going to judge this kid logically, logically, with the facts we have on ground, I'm going to say that Olamide is going to sell out more.
For the week.
Olamide is going to sell out more because
Olamide
he has been really consistent.
He's still spoiler.